Hey YouTube, welcome back to another edition of Broke Big Boy Toys. And on today's episode, we're going to be starting the stick swap on the 95 Mustang Saleen. So first things first, we're going to have to jack up the car.
Well, actually, we're swapping the rear end because you blew it up.
But that is the start of the stick swap.
Okay, but you don't have to stick swap it by changing the rear end.
But it's the start.
We're changing the rear end because you blew it up. So here's the new rear end we're putting in it. Got wait for Bill to get done with his jack moving up. So this one's got 373 gears in it. It's all redone. So we're just changing the fluid on it before we put it up.
Over the royal purple.
Pro gasket there. Royal purple's going in it. And basically we have to put the car back together because Greg drove it for a year. So I'm putting the rear cover back on this thing, and somehow one of the bolts is missing. Don't understand how that happens. Someone pulls it out, puts it in this box, and then it disappears. So it's nowhere on the lawn, but missing one. So I can't tighten up the rear until I have all the bolts. I don't see it anywhere here. I went out for a ride in the collector's edition with my wife while they pulled this thing apart. Don't know what happened to the bolts. So they're jacking this car up. Okay, so I have the pumpkin cover on and the bolts torqued down to 22 foot-pounds of pressure. And obviously I did it almost in a star kind of pattern where you know, top, bottom, side, side, and walking it around. Then the last one I just made sure all the bolts were at 22. So that should be pretty good. We'll drop oil in it in a little while. These guys are trying to unbolt the drive shaft, as that's the first thing you got to do. So he's under there, and I guess they're having a hard time getting to the drive shaft bolts. So Bill got the first bolt on the drive shaft loosened. He actually did it with a 3-inch extension instead of the 6-inch wobbly that he had on it. So that's the first one. Can you get to all of them without moving it, or no?
I don't think you will.
No.
You're just gonna have to rotate the shaft. It's gonna come out. It's gonna get under there. He's gonna crack the shaft.
All right.
The one that you have sitting on is the one you cracked already, Bill?
Yep.
Right.
So you're pulling it off?
Unless you want to crack it, yeah, I would pull it off.
Just pull it off, Greg.
Pull the bolt off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a ratchet under there?
No, I don't think so.
All right. A little easier.
Glad he didn't torque it on too tight.
It doesn't look like whoever did it last torqued them on too tight.
What is that supposed to mean? They were on. Did you see them falling off? I put these on.
Still got a half a turn when he was tightening it.
Wrong size. All right. So we're gonna take the shock bolt off. Now we could tell you how easy these are to come out. However, we pre-loosened all of them. Everything that we have to take out has been pre-loosened other than the brake line. So he's going to take that off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the shock up and down to get that bolt off.
Wait.
Yes, you're going right.
I am going right.
Yep.
Are you sure? Pretty sure, right? This is why I'm the painter, not a mechanic. It's just...
Might be able to do it with the ratchet.
Probably.
Okay, we're on day 2. Basically an issue getting out the lower control arm bolt. So what we're doing is we're pressing it out with a ball joint press. Got the other side out already, and hopefully we'll get this side out. Dino just came over to give a hand trying to get the rest of the stuff out. We can maybe get this thing done.
All the way pressed in. Dean's gonna come hit it with a pretty much a sledge and a punch. Right there.
Gotta put it in the hole, dude. Put some hair around it. Oh, that ain't moving.
Yeah, it is.
Right, that one didn't move. Nope. That didn't move.
Get them that screwdriver that you use to punch it through those.
It doesn't seem like it's eased anymore because he can slide it in and out.
It's just catching them in the spot.
Probably. Or we got to just lift the car up a little bit, take a little pressure off of it.
A big screwdriver or a pry bar.
Yep.
Get a big screwdriver.
Sway bars in the way.
Yeah, but we're almost out.
Think you could drive it through now, Dino? Like you did the other one?
Yeah, it's doing the.
That's what I'm saying. Do we need to jack the car up just to get that
we
pressure
gotta
off that?
We gotta get the jack over on.
Can we undo that other side or no?
Yeah, it's got a screwdriver in it, I think.
What? Just give me the box.
It's the 18 side. No, it's not going to be as easy because you can't get it to press up against something.
There we go. That's something sooner or later.
I tell you what, if we didn't get the press here, I was done with this rear end job.
Well, we didn't need the rear, so we could have just took the saw and cut here.
You cut the rear in half. What would that have done?
No, this way you can get. Then you can cut the bolts off and knock the bushings out. You put new bushings in?
No.
Oh well, it would have been.
I don't know if I could. I don't think I can get new bushings.
Sure.
You think Napa's got them?
Yeah.
Well, if Napa's got them, I'll go get them.
I mean, I believe the bushing's kind of simple, but you know, don't make it. Don't mean I know exactly, but
Napa should be open today, right?
nope.
Oh, they're
Sunday.
not open. They're not open on Sundays?
Nope.
It's like Chick-fil-A, huh? It doesn't open on Sundays?
Okay, that's crazy. Under a hair, a couple inches. Okay, pull it back.
All right. You guys get the oil in the other one yet, or
Yeah,
no?
why don't you get out the way?
So we're in the middle of changing the brake line that runs from the rear to the front of the car. I bought a full stainless steel kit. No one has on YouTube doing a convertible or any full brake line kit for this car. You have to pull the bracing, the X, for the convertible to get that brake line out. It's not fun, but if you need to do it because they rot, that's how you do it. It's a 10 and 2 13s.
Dave, we are on the wrong side.
Did you just bolt in or did it put it?
Greg, Dean's a little busy.
I'm a little tied up at the moment.
Are you gonna use it like a screwdriver again?
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking hubs are on.
Helps that the hubs are on?
Yeah, well, the hubs are on, so I can
Grab it.
straight through.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's worse that the hubs are on.
Yeah.
Come in from the backside.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Is that in far enough?
Huh?
Is it in far enough to screwdriver?
A little exhausted over there.
They going in?
Looks like Ash Wednesday on his
Yeah.
forehead. He's
Yeah.
holding things up with his head, I can tell.
Putting in the drive shaft. Dino went back underneath because whatever Greg did, he couldn't get the drive shaft bolts in, so Dino's swearing under there now. Because he said Greg should have known.
We didn't get the drive shaft coupler in.
I don't know, Dino started the bolts. So I don't know what happened.
The drive shaft up there, all I had to do was tighten them in, so.
Yeah, well, tightening bolts, get that off your list.
They tightening bolts off your list. You have to tighten the top of the rear. But you don't.
Fuck is the torque spec?
We don't need a torque spec. Just tighten the goddamn bolts. What the hell? We said we were kidding.
Make sure you write it down.
Write down the torque spec so you know what it is. It's 12 Newton foot-pounds.
Yeah. And then you gotta turn it 60 degrees after that.
And back it off a quarter. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Look, we're all sitting here.
We're all waiting for you.
another day, and we know you're going to break this within like
Yeah,
six
I don't know,
days.
around the block. You're gonna do hole shots with the thing again.
Right. Dad, you're not driving it.
I'm not driving it.
No.
I'm not driving it until we convert it to a stick.
No, then you're not driving it either. I really
Well, I
don't want
finished
to
the
do this
stick.
shit
How are
again.
those lower bolts? A little loose or what?
Mm-mm.
No?
They were fine.
It's coming.
Okay, YouTube, the car is done. It's on the ground. Brakes are bled. Everything's bolted back up. Rear's in it. The old rear over there. If you look at it, the pinion was bad. I mean, bad isn't the word. If you can see as it rolls, you can see that pinion going in and out. I mean, that's hammered. So we had to change it. So I'm glad it's done. Next, we're going to swap it over to a stick. I wanted to do the rear end first, obviously, so that we could get it done. So, as usual, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you soon on our next projects.